My name's Graham Parker and this is the Hoof GP.
Today we're looking at this cow's foot. She's had serious problems on this foot and this one.
And we've been seriously struggling to get her over her troubles. This is the Hoof GP, guys. Make sure you're subscribed.
And I won't let it rush when I see you dance, and the moment comes when I fall and time goes slow. I fall into you.
Okay, so here she is. This foot obviously is not looking good at all. She's had long-term problems. When I say long-term, I mean around about 4.5, 5 months. So that's got a block on here, and she did have problems underneath this block, but we got the foot into better shape so that it was strong enough to take this block.
But as you can see, she's clearly not healed up very well so far, or at least I don't think she has. We're going to wash it all off and see what's underneath all that poo, slurry, muck, dirt, whatever you want to call it. Excrement. Okay, so if we look in there, you can see all of this loose, broken and horrible, rotten hoof horn, to be honest. Right, first things first, we're going to get rid of this block because it's past its best and it's too thin. Then we'll see how the rabbit's looking.
I just feel so lucky. Still can't believe you love me.
Looking at this right hand digit, you can clearly see just how bad this hoof has been. She has had a huge lesion.
Now, straight away, I am concerned about this. There's a slight bit of bruising here, and I'm not sure if that's causing any discomfort or pain or what, but it's definitely concerning me. You see, there is blood underneath that bruising, which is effectively what bruising actually is. It's just blood seeping into the horn from some sort of problem higher up. Normally I would just go straight to this foot, but because I probably would like a block on here, I need to investigate this and see if this foot would be capable of actually taking a block in the first place. So this is more of an investigation than anything. And actually, although on screen that probably looks like it's still quite severe, it's not too bad at all. So we're going to go ahead and we will put a block on, but first of all, I'm actually going to trim this back because I know that block will probably get in the way as I trim this one. For now, anyway. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and BoviBond on the block here to get the weight off here. I am completely satisfied that this is going to be okay. She's not going to have excessive pain through here. So yeah, let's get that BoviBonded on.
Tell me in the comments, can you see where the lesion's been before? Because it's taken up around 70% of the whole sole of this hoof.
This BoviBond glue is an epoxy resin type glue. It's a 2-pack, and as we mix it, a reaction starts to happen. The glue actually starts to heat up and cure. So right now I can't touch it because it's sticky, but if I touched it in a second or two, it'd be really nice and warm around about here, and that helps it to dry, which is why in cold weather it can struggle a little bit. So keeping your glue warm in a hot cupboard or something like that is a fantastic idea to make sure it sets better. We have hot cupboards, which helps massively, but when I didn't have a hot cupboard, what I used to do was get a bucket of hot water out of the dairy and keep it in that, but not too hot, because if it's too hot, the second it comes out of the tube, it ends up just going sticky and horrible and won't work. So just like tepid water, nice and warm. Okay, so there's some underrun horn here. You can see the black bit here. That means that there is a cavity underneath there. This is all loose and disheveled. It's not good. It's quite soft in there, so I'm not sure if this is open or not open or what. But one thing's for certain, I'll know in a second.
I've trimmed this cow around 3 or 4 times now, and every single time we've trimmed her, she is slightly better. We get to know the cows in our care fairly well, especially cows like this, who need repeat and repeat and repeat visits. And it's really satisfying when you start to get somewhere. But to be honest, right now I genuinely don't know if this has or hasn't completely healed. What I do know is that at some point the whole of this sole was destroyed. It was bleeding and completely open, and right now it's looking like it's going to be much better.
You guys think that it's satisfying watching these videos sometimes? Well, you should be here in person. It's even more satisfying actually trimming them out. Oh, we need to be ever so careful as we're doing this. We're so close to the corium. One little slip, one little mistake, and we will be into the corium. And we'll take it back the way. That is not what we want to do, obviously.
This farm milks over 300 cows, and right now they only have 4 or 5 cows with small signs of lameness, this being the major problem within the herd. This cow I do remember, but if I didn't specifically remember her, I'd still know that she had had a very serious issue. The colours you see on the sole of this cow's hoof are typical of the colours you see after a serious problem has begun to heal.
Can you see this, guys? All these little leaves. That is where the laminae connect to the hoof horns. So all these little flaps have been connected to the laminae corium, the lamina corium. That's the part that attaches this hoof wall horn to the inside of the feet. You see the lamina are like this, and the lamina corium are like this, and they go boop like this, and they interlock like this. A bit smaller than my fingers, like, but that is what you can see there. That's why there's lots of little lines. Every day's a school day. So quiet here today. I can hear birds in the background. I don't know if you guys can, but I can. And cows mooing merrily. See, the problem here is this lesion goes up into the hoof wall. See, here's the problem. This is why we haven't managed to heal it, because this just keeps tracking further up the white line and causing mischief. There we go, folks. This, well, you could see when we first picked it up, all the black and detached cracked hoof horn, that's where the huge lesion had been. But she's still got this problem here, and it's obviously causing her pain. Hopefully we're getting closer with this one. Let's just wrap it with some magical paste. It's Embryonics magical paste, by the way. And there is enough there to do a whole herd of cows.
You've got to be sure.
Yeah. Craig wants to give this piece away, so address is in the comments. We do see a lot of cows like this that are long-term problems, and they just need trimmed and trimmed and trimmed again, and eventually they will come right. It's just it takes a lot of perseverance and patience sometimes. Anyway, let's get her out of the crush and see how she's walking. Obviously you didn't see how she was walking before, and this won't have made a huge difference because we've been mucking around with it, which will have annoyed her. Oh, a little thank you on the way by there. Go on, lass. That is cow 5076. And you might as well subscribe, because I am going to pick up her story and her ongoing recovery to see how she progresses. Guys, thanks very much for watching as always. I really, really do appreciate it. I don't just say that, it really is true. And comment below just to say how your day's been, because mine is going great. Not because Craig's here, that's kind of been a bit of a downturn on things, to be fair. Like,
What do you mean I always brighten your day?
no offence, Craig.
If I
It was
wasn't
a
here-
joke. I was just joking.
You called me on
I
my
was
wedding.
joking. It was a
Tell
joke.
me.